That's right. This is Skirk's inner. This isn't your first time here. But what you remember is probably a space cover. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her. Call it fate, if you want. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever. Oh, you know, this river represents strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience. But, as you can see, this river, and all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was.
You must learn to.
This isn't my first taste of.
The answer to one mystery. Let's follow the river upstream. I've always thought that, even when falling like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first... Seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in this world.
You now have what it takes to wield immense power. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you...
You wish me to travel the world.
Indeed. Make new friends. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes.
Why?
I have told you before. You have tasted loss, but as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will do.
That is what Skirk's master, the Foul. Of course, he could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and... To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The scope of his power is impossible to understand. We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, no tears this time. Good.
Can I ask a question, Matt? I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if
I saved you because I have a plan. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. So, I will teach you everything I know.
But I don't want to...
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint murmurs that disappear.
Yes, Master.
From that day forward, after some time, her talent, it was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but I almost don't want to reach the end. These are what a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of this is Skirk's homeland. There was so much to discover. The treasures at the bottom of the sea. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbor, no one had any idea of what was to come. Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash, as the fire consumed one life after another. If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And there she... because she and her people were seen as the initial merchant ship explored the planet. They discovered that it hadn't. Further research revealed that, over time, for that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat. And decided, senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. If those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. And so, before death could claim her, no one wants to relive their most pain. Skirk is waiting over there. Let's go to her.
So all this, just so you could bring her here?
I have things to say to you. I want someone to witness our reconciliation. Even if it takes her suppressed emotional self. All those rejected impulses. Those discarded aspects of your past. I am who you used to be.
You're wrong. I've faced your existence makes me weak. Don't forget. It was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the...
Even so, learning from the... Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses. Emotions like...
The difference is that I'm doing what is... I allow you to exist, but with limited... I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that...
That is the problem on the grand scale of the entire universe. Maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars, those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back and let them grant you peace.
That isn't what we need.
Exactly. Well, aren't you curious about why recovering your strength?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only...
And look around. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity. And in doing so, now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot...
And you think that means I should seek help from a...
Thank you for saying that. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or... But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never, and I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep, all those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore. So
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare down.
I'm sick of being a kid.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always dancing water. The sand along your... I am not the dancing water. And you are not the burdensome sin. I should be thankful.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, I once asked my master if he said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral, that's why, after hearing an idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another but that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Sertology, is, at the core, a defier of all rules and order. Yes. And not just because of although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my... I know. And it's not something I want. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and every time I hear from him. My heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before... Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear. Just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. And for that reason, the pursuit... I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me?
Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 sec. You're both okay.
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight.
Okay. So, but whatever. Paimon brought back
All right. It's about time.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But the good news is, we have no reason to pull our...